Time 2 a.m. Location Brooklyn, New York. The city of New York was drowning in a silent, misty rain. The streets glistened under the amber glow of the streetlights, creating a sense of lonely beauty on the wet pavement. Known as the city that never sleeps, tonight it felt as though the world had collectively held its breath. Inside a dimly lit apartment in Brooklyn, Emma Harris sat by the window. The room was dark, save for the faint city glow reflecting off her face. In her hand, she held an old phone. The screen flickered with a single saved contact. Dad, Heart. Her thumb hovered over the call button, frozen. She knew the truth. The person she desperately wanted to reach was no longer in this world. A life transformed. 3 months ago, Emma's life was vibrant and full of laughter. She was a college student working a part-time job, and she never went to bed without her nightly ritual, a phone call with her father. David Harris was a veteran firefighter, having served the FDNY for 25 years. Since Emma's mother passed away when she was a toddler, her father had been her entire universe. Every night, without fail, the phone would ring. "Did you eat, kiddo?" he'd ask. "Yes, Dad," Emma would reply with a smile. "Don't skip meals, okay? Promise me," he would insist. Those simple words were the threads that wove their bond together. The day the world ended. It started like any other day. Emma was in class when a news alert flashed on her phone. 5-alarm fire in Lower Manhattan, firefighters trapped. Her heart plummeted. She called him once, twice, 3 times. No answer. At exactly 2:17 a.m. that night, her phone vibrated. Dad, Heart, calling, appeared on the screen. She picked up instantly. "Dad, where are you? Are you okay?" There was only the sound of heavy, labored breathing. Then his voice. "Emma, listen to me." "Dad, I'm coming to get you. Tell me where you are." "No," his voice sharpened. In the background, she could hear the roar of flames and the terrifying sound of structures collapsing. "Emma, I don't think I'm making it out this time." The world shattered. "No, don't say that. You have to come home." After a few seconds of silence, his voice softened. "You've always been so strong, Emma." "Dad, please don't leave me." "I'm sorry I won't be there for your graduation," he whispered, his voice thick with love. "I love you so much." Then the line went dead. David Harris never came home. His body was recovered from the ruins days later. Since then, Emma had become a ghost of herself. She stopped going to college, stopped talking to friends. She was simply waiting for a life that was gone. Now it was 2 a.m. again, the exact anniversary and time of their final conversation. Suddenly, her phone screen lit up. Emma gasped, her breath catching in her throat. Dad, Heart, calling. With trembling hands, she answered. "Hello?" Silence. Then a voice that sounded like it was coming from a great distance, yet was unmistakably his. "Emma." "Dad?" "I am so proud of you," the voice whispered. "Where are you? Please just come back," Emma sobbed. "I can't," he replied gently. "Then why are you calling?" "Because you haven't let me go yet." Emma went quiet, the weight of her grief crashing over her. "Because you left me alone." "I never left you, Emma." "Then why aren't you here?" "Because this is how life moves forward. You're not alone. You have your own strength. Do you remember what I used to say?" Emma wiped her eyes. "Don't skip meals." She could almost hear the faint trace of a smile in his voice. "That's my girl." "Emma, it's time." "For what?" "Time to live again." "Without me?" "With me, in your heart." The line faded into a gentle hum of static before going silent. A new dawn. The next morning, sunlight streamed through the Brooklyn apartment. For the first time in months, Emma opened the windows and took a deep breath of the crisp morning air. She cleaned her desk, packed her bag, and decided she would go back to college. She would live for him. 6 months later, graduation day. The air was filled with cheers and tossing caps. Emma stood with her diploma, tears in her eyes. Her father wasn't in the stands, but as a light breeze brushed against her cheek, she felt a familiar warmth. A whisper in the wind seemed to say, "I'm here." Emma took out her phone one last time. She opened her contacts and stared at Dad Hart. She didn't delete it. Instead, she hit edit and renamed the contact, My Guardian Angel. Epilogue. Sometimes the people we lose never truly leave us. They live on in our breaths, our choices, and our resilience. They don't just leave a void, they leave us the strength to fill it.